Hello, I'm Sydney Myers, and for our second project of Comp 2 over system evaluations, I decided to delve into Facebook. First, let's look at some background information on the system itself. So, what is Facebook? Facebook is a social media platform that gained traction in the mid to late 2000s. It allows its users to post updates on their lives at any moment and give those images to anyone in the poster's friends list. By 2011, there were 739 million active users of the platform. Facebook quickly became one of the most used platforms on a day to day basis. So, what drew in its audience? Prior to Facebook, there was MySpace, a platform that allowed its users to post their images, but did not offer the communication aspect that Facebook did. It allowed its users to build personal websites about their lives and interests, but it did not have a space for open communication amongst friends. Once Facebook hit the market, offering these features plus more, most users of MySpace, as well as those who are wanting to connect in the digital age, joined the platform. At first, Facebook was only a web based system, requiring users to access a search engine before entering the platform. However, at the dawn of the cell phone era came the push for apps. Facebook Mobile launched in 2006, and though it featured the same content as the web version, it was more user friendly. Facebook can be noted as the first major social media app that would begin the next craze of the social media world. The creators had to be smart with their design choices. They needed things that would catch the reader's eye and keep them engaged. They accomplished this by keeping the overall layout fairly dull and complex looking. There are many buttons so to choose from that it is hard to navigate where you are going without clicking through multiple other tabs first. The designers of Facebook were not designing initially for usability, but instead for clickability. This is an example of the way the layout changed from 2008 to 2021. The creators of Facebook were very intentional with the colors used on the platform. In order to grab the user's attention, Facebook used three main colors that are used consistently throughout the platform: white, black, and a dull shade of blue. These colors are not intended to draw the attention of the user, but instead to serve as the background for a much brighter color, red. The red notification button appears where Facebook wants the reader to click to stay engaged with the program. The red button has been proven to boost the serotonin levels of the user and give them this feeling of excitement, training their brains to crave this feeling. This keeps the user coming back consistently. With an app that's been along for so long, how do the developers keep the app fresh? Well, they use constant updates. So, what is an update? An update is when the creators and developers of an app create new versions to push out to their users. For most users, an update automatically happens, but for some, all it takes is a push of a button. What are these reasons for these updates? There are four main ones: glitches in the coding, design updates, increasing user accessibility, and adding new features. One glitch in the coding could cause an array of problems for the system, including but not limited to hacking and random shutdowns. By having a team of coders constantly checking the program, they can prevent this, but they can also stop it quickly when a bug does appear. Oftentimes, the updates are for design reasons, tweaking the coloring, sizing, or layout of certain features. Mostly the changes cannot be noticed unless you are looking for them. An accessibility upgrade allows for the users to have easier navigation to the features that the program offers. This allows them to click more with less frustration. The final main reason for these updates is to introduce new features to the users. In recent years, Facebook has introduced Facebook Messenger, Facebook Marketplace, and most recently, Facebook Dating. These features allow the app to be a one-stop shop of sports that keep drawing users in. Facebook has remained around for a long time. So how has it maintained its traction? In my opinion, they have maintained their popularity for many reasons, the two main ones being using the psyche of their users to their advantage and by expanding the brand beyond the initial program. Time and time again, we see social media gaining traction based on the effect that it has on the user's brain. In 2012, Bergen University scientists conducted a study that found that Facebook can have the same effect on the brain as drugs. For developing brains, constant up and downs can be detrimental to mental health, which may be part of the reason that the mental epidemic is so severe at this time. Facebook has become a monopoly of sorts by being able to dominate the social media world through developing other apps that appeal to different groups. Personally, I use Facebook all the time. I spend upwards of 6 hours on the app each week, just mindlessly scrolling. I too enjoy the feeling of satisfaction and freedom released into my brain when I get a notification or see something that doesn't require me to think about it. This project has made me think about my own habits. Facebook is a great program for sharing your life with loved ones, especially since the epidemic of COVID. However, it can be deceitful and detrimental to your mental health. I personally will be cutting down on my usage time in hopes of finding happiness without the harmful habits.